Welcome to Advantage Market Update. Well, not much has changed in Melbourne. The market has continued to perform consistently. It doesn't look like we've reached our market peak yet, as there's some really strong results across the board. Clearance rates have stayed in the vicinity of mid-70s. There was a massive result recently of a property in Armidale, which sold $1.6 million over reserve price. And we also missed out on a property in Ringwood North, which topped the $1 million mark, and just shows how much these areas, the outer eastern suburbs, have improved in the last 5 years. It sold for $1,061,000. We were one of 4 underbidders there. So the Melbourne market is still achieving some strong results. And I don't think we've peaked yet in terms of house prices across the board. There has been some talk about underquoting laws being changed. The government will be introducing some new laws later this year, which will require agents to quote ranges, and there'll be specific changes to the quoting, which I think will be good for the marketplace and also good for consumers and buyers. In terms of the results across the board, we're seeing the freeways are making a big difference to the areas down the Mornington Peninsula. So some of those Mornington Peninsula suburbs, now Dramana and Macrae, are getting some really strong results as Melbourne clients are now moving down to the peninsula and being able to commute back and forward with the new East Link and Peninsula links, are really reducing travel time dramatically. There's always a lot of talk about Melbourne marketplace and whether prices will crash, whether we've peaked. Adam Cretan recently released an article in The Australian, and it was an interesting article that said basically he didn't think that we had peaked, which I agree with, and that prices won't crash, and that actually some of Melbourne's property is undervalued compared to around the world and compared to our income levels. The block rumours again regarding 164 Ingles Street, Port Melbourne, haven't been confirmed, but it looks likely that they have purchased that site, and again it is going to be close to amenities. It's got a walk score of 85, so it'll be close to amenities, parks and transport, and should have some fantastic city views. There is a block property from 403 Dorcas Street, South Melbourne, the second series of the block, which we were the underbidders on. Mike and Andrew, the brothers' property, which we missed out on, sold for just over $1.4 million in 2012. That's back on the market, so it'll be interesting to see what that sells for at auction in a few weeks' time. We're getting some outstanding results with our group blocks purchases. We had a client recently get a property in Rosanna valued at $482,000. They purchased for $275,000. That was straight after settlement, so they didn't even do any renovations there. A client also purchased a property in St Kilda Road, Carnegie, about 2.5 years ago for $370,000. They did do some major renovations there, and they recently sold that for $543,000. So go on our website, check out our current and future group block opportunities, as well as our popular buyers advocate, sellers advocate services, and also our property management and owners corporation services. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.